Hello everybody, it's only Grete here. I'm back again. How are you doing? I hope you're doing great, and I hope you're loving yourself and that you're taking good care of yourself, okay? And people, this is part 6. So love and heal yourself, part 6. So in the last video, in part 5 that is, I continued, I was talking about what was good for you, things that were good for you, being out in the sunshine, benefits of that, and benefits of walking, what gave you energy, what didn't give you energy. Now in this part 6, I'm going to continue to talk about what is good for you. And the first thing that I want to start with, and this is, you can see, I don't know if you see this, but it's a tree, and you can see the tree behind me here. Now, advice from a tree, hey? We want to know about that, don't we? So what advice can a tree give us? Because I was talking about sitting under the tree and hugging the tree in the last part, in part 5. Now, so advice from the tree: stand tall and be proud. Yeah, go out on a limb, reach for the skies, adapt to change. Yeah, branch out. Yeah, we need to do that, don't we? Stay grounded, that's the important one, and that's to put your feet on the ground and feel roots coming down and going into Mother Earth. That's to ground yourself here. And remember your roots. That's important. Drink plenty of water. Yeah? And again, drink lemon water, I would say, right? Put something living in it, right? Get rid of dead wood. And that's a part of loving yourself. Be confident. Yeah, you know, be proud and confident of yourself. Never stop growing. No, don't do that. Bend before you break. Basically means take a break when you need it. Take a pause. Breathe, you know. Turn over a new leaf. And enjoy the view. Yeah. Now, I've just been out walking in the forest, by the way, and walking, we talked about benefits of walking in the last part. Now, how to losing more fat by walking, because yeah, of course you can lose fat if you keep on walking, and you will burn a lot of calories without working out too much for appetite. Because walking is more gentle, you know. You can of course walk very fast. It's a great way to relieve the stress. I mean, I was out there in the forest, in the trees, and it's beautiful. You hear the birds, and you know, you hear that the wind is rustling, and it's beautiful. And you can listen to your favorite music or podcast, but I prefer most parts to just listen to the sound of nature herself. I think that's beautiful sound. It's a perfect time to think and reflect on life, and it surely is, because you can sit down on a rock or on a, you know, a fallen tree or something, and just sit there and listen and reflect, and you can meditate and stuff like this. It's a great time. It's greeting time, chance to catch up with family and friends, because you can, of course, I was walking alone right now, but of course you can walk with your family or friends or loved one, of course, you know. And then when you are out there, the sun might be shining, and then it's good to know that just 20 minutes of sunshine per day triggers your body to release over 200 antimicrobials that fights fungi, parasites, and virus. Yeah, so the sun is good for us. Of course, we need to protect ourselves from the sun, but we're talking about 20 minutes here. So I'm gonna go on now to talk more about the secret to living longer. I mean, there is things that you can do to make you live longer, and that is less soda or soft drinks, I would say sugar drinks, and more water, or lime water, or lemon water, or yeah, less worrying and more sleep. And I think that that's a good thing, right? Less worrying and more sleep. And less sugar, but more fruit. You know, because the sugar that is in the fruit is much better for us than sugar that is in chocolates or candy and stuff like that. And less meat and more veggie. And yeah, I would say so. Meat can be good, and I am still a little bit of a meat eater, but you know, more and more I'm becoming a vegan. Also due to the fact that I love animals. And then if I love animals, why would I eat them, right? But yeah, so less meat and more vegetables. Less words and more actions. Action speaks louder than words, right? Yeah, we know about that. We have heard about that before. Now, less anger and more laughter. Yeah, I mean, laughter is good. And if you haven't got anything to laugh about, then read some jokes or see a comedy thing on, you know, a comedy film on your TV or something, and get a laugh, because it's good to have a laugh, right? And then less driving and more walking. Now, for me, that's not a problem since I don't have a car, but yeah, and that's how you can actually live a bit longer. But also to live, you need to breathe, because the breathing is the constant in us. It's the anchor point. So the power of breath work. And the first point here is that 70% of toxins are released simply by breathing properly. 70% of toxins. So that's something to think about, right? Point number 2 here is that it releases tensions. So when you are afraid, stressed or nervous, your breathing patterns, it changes. You get anxiety, and you can't breathe properly, right? We know that when you're scared and you're stressed out and nervous, we breathe differently when we are just relaxed, you know. Now the third point here is that elevates your mood. Breathing increases pleasure, including chemicals in your body, and yeah, it does. So this is why we should be breathing deeply into the stomach, and you can not necessarily just do a meditation, but you can sit and just breathe anyway, right? And if you're out in nature, take a few deep breaths to just get in that beautiful air that's in the nature. And nature is also medicine for us, isn't it? To be out there, it's good for us. It's good. But there are other free medicines out there, and I'm not gonna read every one of them, but I'm going to read some of them for you. Grounding to the earth, which we have been speaking about, like walking barefoot and just, or in the meditation, sit and feel that the roots are coming out of your feet, right? Nourishment, connections, laughter, as we talked about, community, living in gratitude, of course, to be grateful for things that you have, right? Prayer is free medicine, proper postures, nose breathing, again the breathing, sunlight, which we talked about, right? And breath work, like we also talked about, meditations, which is stressing you. I mean, if you're stressed, it will calm you down. Physical touching, spending time in nature. So all of this is what I've been talking about already. And practicing mindful consumptions. And yes, guarding your energy, of course. So getting enough sleep, reducing toxins, and there are many toxins, and I talked about that in part 3 about what's toxic for us and how to avoid, or what to avoid, I would say. Simplify your schedules. Learning to say no. A difficult one, right? But it's important sometimes to say no, because you need time out, time away, you know. Reducing stress and stillness. All of this is free medicine. Practicing self-love, and this is what this is all about. That's this love and heal yourself is all about loving yourself, basically. Taking a bath, yes. And movement and working out. Working through triggers. Yeah, there are lots of things that can trigger us. And if you get triggered, it's a clear sign that there's something you need to work on yourself, okay? So working through traumas too. So that's a lot of free medicine there for you. Now, but what is the, for example, when you are stressed out, and what is the root cause of now it's just when you're anxious, the root cause of anxiety. Caffeine can be one of them, and alcohol is the root causes of this, right? Gut and colon inflammation, poor sleep, too much cortisol and adrenaline, stress, hormone issues, watching the news, and poor diet. So, like I said, it is important that we know about these things, and it's important that we actually then also take care of ourselves. And because when we know about these things that I'm talking about here, then you know that you can avoid it or do something about it, right? Here are 5 ways to clear your thoughts and find peace in the present. Look at the beautiful scenery. I mean, you can look at some sceneries here and smile. Close your eyes and breathe deeply 10 times, all the way down to your belly, right? Stomach. Listen to music with your eyes closed, just to enjoy the music. Enjoy walking without a destination in mind. Yeah, that's good. Shift your attention to your body, focusing on how your shoulders and back feels. Yeah, that's good to know. Now, there are 2 places you need to go to often. Okay, the two places you need to go to often. The first place is the place that heals you. The second place is the place that inspires you. Two places you need to go to often. The first one is the place that heals you. The second is the place that inspires you. Now, we heard advice from a tree. We started with that in this video, right? Now I'm going to tell you advice from a waterfall. And the waterfall advises us to go with the flow. Roar with excitement. Let your cares fall away. Create your own music. Immerse yourself in nature. And she's beautiful. Mother Nature is beautiful. Stay active and make a splash. Right? Okay, I want to read something to you from Thich Nhat Hanh. It's about breath. Okay? Breathe and understand that you are alive. Breathe and understand that everything is helping you. Breathe and understand that you are the world. Breathe in compassion and breathe out joy. Breathe and be one with the air you breathe. Breathe and be one with the flowing river. Breathe, or I think maybe I will take off my glasses for this one because I can read it better. Breathe and be one with the land you walk on. Breathe and be the one with the fire that shines. Breathe and discard the idea of birth and death. Yeah, because we are souls, we live forever anyway. Breathe and you will see the impermanence in life. Breathe for your joy of being stable and serene. Breathe so your pain flows. Breathe to renew all the cells of the blood. Breathe to renew the depth of consciousness. Yes. Breathe and live in the here and now. And that's all we have anyway. And breathe and everything you touch will be new and real. This is from Thich Nhat Hanh. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, I saw something and I want to share this with you. And I want you to think about what I'm saying to you right now, because to me, yeah, it was a bit strange, but just listen to my words here. If the grocery store has a section for healthy food, then what is the rest of the store? Yeah. If the grocery store has a section for healthy food, then what is the rest of the store? Think about that one for a second. And I was thinking I should share 6 little stories with lots of meaning. And I think it's worth listening to. Once all the villagers decided to pray for rain. On the day of prayer, all the people gathered, but only one boy came with an umbrella. That is fate. When you throw babies in the air, they laugh because they know you will catch them. And that is trust. Every night, we go to bed with any assurance of being alive the next morning. But still, we set the alarm to wake up, and that is hope. We plan big things for tomorrow in spite of zero knowledge of the future. That is confidence. We see the world suffering, but still we get married and have children. That is love. On an old man's t-shirt was written a sentence, I am not 80 years old, I am sweet 16 with 64 years of experience. That is attitude. Have a happy day and live your life like these 6 stories. Remember, good friends are the rare jewels of life, difficult to find and impossible to replace. And with that, I bless you all. I wish you all the best. And thank you so much for listening to me. Go with love and just take care of yourself. You're worth it. So worth it. Thank you. I'm Anne Grete. And thank you so much for listening to me. Take care.